What's going on, everybody? Welcome back again for another great episode of Gaming After Work. Here, as always, we got Wody, and we got Billy,
Yo, yo.
and we got Sim, obviously. We got some stuff that just came out today. We got some stuff that's been in the pipeline, and we got a few things that you probably didn't think would happen. Well, you probably would have thought they would have happened, but not anytime soon. But they're happening pretty fast. But we'll pump our brakes on that, and we'll go right over to either um, Wade or Billy, whoever wants to take over the new Apex season. Let's start us off on that.
All right, Woody, you lead. You got this. I believe in you.
We have a new hero.
Legend, thank you.
Is it the one you thought it was going to be?
No, yeah. So their advertising campaign for this new season, they kind of like faked everyone out, thinking it was gonna be one person, and then they made it someone else, which was pretty cool.
Very fire.
But we have Revenant. He's the new person here.
I don't know. I might play it tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
He's more useful than a lot of people think he would be. Very, his silence is nice, and his ultimate is OP. I will say that right now.
What is his ultimate?
So he summons a totem, and you hold square or X on respective controller or E or whatever button on PC, and you become like, I guess you can call it a shadow. So as soon as you take, I don't know the full amount of damage, but if you take like half health damage, you'll be sent back to the pylon instead of actually losing your health.
Wow.
So you can kind of like, if you see a team, they're fighting, you can throw it down, all become this shadow dude, run at them, and if they start bodying you, you'll get just sent right back and you can reposition. So it's kind of broken, personally.
So it's basically
like a reset
gen without using anything to get your health.
I would say more a reset button than a health regen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a fat reset.
When you use it, you only have 100 health, and then once that 100 health goes out, you get put back.
So can you shoot or anything? Can you like shoot your
weapon?
Yeah,
you can. You have full motion. It's just you have 100 health, like Wade said, and then as soon as you lose that, you get sent back to the pylon.
But then you don't have that 100 health anymore. You lose your health. So
I would say Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So when you go into that state, you lose 100 health if you die.
Okay. My question now is: so if I throw grenades or if I shoot my guns, do I get the grenade and my ammo back as well as my health?
No,
it's just your health.
Okay. It's basically like
that would be broke as hell.
It's basically like, okay, I pop it. I have 100 health. I'm gonna go balls to the wall, do some damage, and then they can body me. I'll be sent back and get back into the fight and reposition.
It's like a battle royale tactical insertion, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that's cool. Any new skins or anything like that stood out to you guys in the season pass?
The first three you get when you buy are meh. Tier 25 race skin. I think it's sleek and it's really thin. So, Wraithmans are happy again. The Cyberpunk Watson skin, I don't play Watson, but the Watson mains are going to be happy because it's actually pretty, insensitive, I'd say.
It's pretty dope.
That's pretty good.
For a Watson skin, yeah, I would say it's pretty dope. Okay. The final skin is a flatline skin, which, Wade, if you look at it, it looks like the sleeper simulant. I'm just going to point that out right now. It looks like a Destiny gun.
Yeah, but no one uses flatline. Come on.
I don't know, man. I've been seeing a lot of flatlines. Wade is pulling this out of his ass, man. I've been seeing a lot of flatline. Flatline got buffed in season 3.
It's kind of trash.
All right, Wade. How many games do you have in the new season?
I've played for sold 3 or 4 hours of the new season.
Oh man.
All right.
3 or 4. All right.
Next.
Break it up before I knock ass.
We got some Nintendo news, so check this out. So, the FBI caught a hacker who's been stealing Nintendo's secrets and information for years.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
he was a currently right now. He was a 21-year-old California man. I don't know why they made it specific to say his gender, but he's 21 years old from California. He's been hacking Nintendo's files and their system and everything since 2016,
Damn.
and he finally got caught. And he's actually looking at getting hit with um, jail time, possibly prison.
Damn.
Really?
All for downloading thousands of files that included proprietary developer tools and non-public information, as well as access to pirated, unreleased video games. So he was playing a lot of stuff that was, you know, um, unreleased in certain regions, and people weren't allowed to do anything. And he was just, he was doing
Bullying?
his own. He was going full renegade. He was doing his own
Jesus
thing.
Christ. What a
Um,
fucking ballsy play, bro.
yeah.
Damn.
He's agreed to pay some damages. So he agreed to pay up to, I think it's 260,000 to Nintendo. Um, but prosecutors right now are okay. Here it is. They're recommending a 3-year jail term.
Oh my god. For just
So
hacking, and did he sell anything, or was he literally just like?
so it was in a sense taking. It was basically downloading, which means stealing and obtaining possession of their intellectual property that they own.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They're getting him for theft is essentially what it is, which is why it's only 3 years.
So I'm guessing he didn't like sell anything or like did he leak like shit? So like is he like the data miner on crack?
He had a chat room called Ryan's Underground Hangout. Um, so I mean, there was a couple files and a dev kit or a develop. Yeah, it was a dev kit. A dev kit that got leaked on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it also had hidden malware added to it at one point after a while. So yeah, there's a reason why Nintendo didn't. They wanted to get that taken out of there.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Balls
Check this
still ballsy, dude.
Yeah, this is kind of funny. Authorities said he had all of his files in a folder labeled "bad stuff." That's
Bad
ballsy.
stuff.
That's ballsy. So yeah,
Bad stuff.
guys, don't. If you're gonna hack, you're gonna do some shit. Do it for like a couple days and then knock it off, because you're gonna get your ass found.
Do it once, get your heart on, and then be done with it.
The F out of
Do it once. Send me the leaks, and then be done.
Send me the leaks.
God. Um,
At least go on Reddit and post everything. And then be ghost yourself out of life.
or at least get a new computer. One of the two.
Or just delete the files and do it over again sometime later.
So another news, also going in with Nintendo, it looks like Sony is trying to do what Microsoft is doing, but on a different scale. Instead of bringing games over to Nintendo from Sony, Sony wants to bring their streaming app to Nintendo users. So, Billy, you have a PlayStation. Do you have the PlayStation Stream app on your phone?
Not currently, no.
Have you ever used it?
No.
Okay. I mean, I use it from time to time just for when I want to do some stuff on Mortal Kombat. And there's a special tower out while I'm out and about or I'm at work. I mean, it's pretty convenient. You can't really play the games on there because it's kind of hard doing it on the fucking touchscreen.
Yeah.
But just the convenience of it on the phone is kind of nice, especially for what I want to do. But having it on the Switch is pretty powerful for what it can do. So being able to play, I think you'd be able to play some games from Sony on there, which would be, that would save people money from um,
Either playing on
buying.
their phone with a controller, or
Well, there's that. You wouldn't have to play on your phone anymore. You could just use your Switch, which offer But
Yeah.
uh, it's basically what I'm getting from this is it's going to get people to, okay, I have a Switch. Should I get an Xbox or should I get a Sony? If I get an Xbox, I can buy the game for the Xbox, but I also have to buy it for the Switch. Hence, like Cuphead. If you want to play Cuphead, you have to buy it for Xbox and you have to buy it for the Switch. But if you were to buy a game on Sony, you could play that game through Sony on your Switch. It's not port through the Switch, but it's just a game you can play through.
So you basically you get a twofer.
Pretty much, yes.
In a sense, you get a twofer. Okay.
Yeah. So that at least that's what I'm getting from it, which is pretty cool. It's the if you guys wanted to know, it's called PS4 Remote Play app, and that's on Android and iOS. So I think that's pretty cool. That's
Might dabble into it.
yeah. It says coming soon. They don't have a release date for it. If I had to guess, I would probably say this summer. That would be my guess.
Yeah, content drought.
That would be my guess. And then last thing for Nintendo. The last thing for Nintendo is a patent for a stylus, meaning they might have some ideas to bring some Nintendo DS games to the Switch, or they might be doing that kind of format for games. Did either of you guys have a DS?
Oh yeah,
Used to
Okay. Okay.
in my youngin' ages.
Wade's an Xbox for life, so
I
I don't believe it.
I never had the DSi or the DS. I had the DS
3DS.
I had the 3DS, the 3DS XL, and
You didn't live through the shit then.
oh, well, at that time I had a PSP. My little brother and sister had it, so I don't really count it as mine. But I mean, it was in the family. But,
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I mean that's kind of neat. So you latch it onto the side of your Joy-Con. You have your Joy-Con disconnected from your Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting twist.
What a twist!
A twist for a twist. All right, so next on the list we got Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home is, if you don't already know, it's considered the new version of Pokemon Bank. So Pokemon Bank was used for people who wanted to take Pokemon from their older games, store them so they can bring them into the newer generation games of that time. Right now, if you have Pokemon Bank, you can bring the Pokemon from the Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home and get them in there before Pokemon Bank gets completely discontinued and they shut it down. So I'd advise doing that. If you have Pokemon Bank, you do that right away. But first, before I get into that, pretty much what it is, when you take your Pokemon, you can basically take them from one game to another. But the downside to this now is when you take Pokemon out of Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home, they can stay there. But if you take a Pokemon out from Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, and put it into Home, they can't go back. Once they go, they're there. That's the same for Pokemon Bank. Once they go, they're there. Same for all the other games. Once they get into Pokemon Home, you can't put them in any other game besides Sword and Shield. So that's kind of got a little people upset. Also, the pricing has people upset. So
Which I think is BS.
There's 3 tiers. So you can pay monthly, you can pay tri-monthly, or you can pay the whole year. So you can pay 1 month is $2.99 a, which if you do 1 month at a time, we'll round it up to $3. You're looking at $36 a month for that.
For a
So
year?
why would you do that? If you are going to do it for 3 months, 90 days, it's $5. So if you pay that 3 times, obviously you get, or if you pay it 4 times, 5 and 4 is 20. That's still pretty expensive. If you just pay the whole year, it's $16 for the whole year. So obviously you're discount for buying it. But what people are upset about, and I kind of get, is okay, we're paying a year subscription of Pokemon Home, that's just as expensive as Pokemon, or that's just as expensive as Nintendo Online. Um, and this is twice as much as Pokemon Bank. Pokemon Bank was about $7-8, 7-ish $8 for the year to have it.
Wait, are you telling
They,
me that they're charging you $15 per year
16.
to hold
Your Pokemon.
not even your Pokemon? Well, I guess your Pokemon. I guess it would
It's all your
have the
Pokemon through
data
everything.
Yep.
stats
Like
of your.
hundreds of Pokemon.
Yep.
That's still
I
like so little
And
data.
they have
What?
it capped off at 6,000. You can only have 6,000 on in your home.
okay, but at that 6,000, how many Pokemon do you have in like total?
Right now, after playing it, I think I have 25 boxes full so far.
That's 30 boxes, 25. Fuck, math not good. Wait, go.
How many per box?
I don't have a
30.
calculator. I don't have a
30
Um,
times 25.
phone, go.
So you can only have 6,000. They have what's called Wonder Box,
That's like
which is the same thing as the surprise trades.
Uh, Go back on that. It's 750 Pokemon roughly have. That's not even
Mhm.
1,000. People should not be
No.
upset. That's double the space. Like, I get it. It's more money, but again,
Yeah.
it's $16. The people that are playing Pokemon are probably at full-time jobs. They can
Yeah.
make that in
Well,
like
yeah,
an hour and a half.
yeah, I mean, but thinking about it from the consumer side, where it's another subscription that you have to pay for. So this is two subscriptions you have to pay for. So
Well,
now,
I would
with
just do the 1 month. That's what I would do.
well, I
I'd do
mean, that's
one
what.
month
So
transfer
so
done.
so pretty much what I'm assuming people are gonna do is people are gonna get their Pokemon that they want over and then just be done with it. So they'll spend the $3, transfer the Pokemon from their old games over Sword and Shield, and then be done with it until the next one comes out. Then they'll pay the 1 month, transfer other Pokemon, and do it all
Yeah.
over again. That's what I'm assuming people are going to do. But I mean, just the payment structure. Obviously, it costs more to do 1 month, costs a little bit less to do 3 months, and it's a better price to do the full year. Which obviously they're going to make the full year cheaper. They
Yeah,
want people to
no,
use
for
the service to
sure.
draw people in.
I,
But before I get sidetracked, let me quickly finish explaining what's in this. So you get 10 slots for a Wonder Box, which is like your surprise trades.
mhm.
You get 3 spots for GTS, which is basically it's a global trading system. So you can tell people what you want. So if you're looking for a Charmander that has Blaze ability and yada yada yada, you can wait for somebody to pick that, and if you have something that they want, you can trade. Um, so
Yep.
trade rooms, you can participate and host with a premium, and you also have the judge function. And the judge function basically tells you if you have a perfect Pokemon, which is you have all 6 slots um, at the best rating possible. Now
Yep.
that's premium. They do have a free version, but it's super limited.
Minimal. Yeah.
So basic, you can't move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home in the free version. You can't do it. You have to pay. So they're kind of forcing you to get premium if you already have Bank, which is fine. You were paying the premium before, so I mean you're gonna pay the premium for it anyway.
Yep.
You can only deposit up to 30 Pokemon into Pokemon Bank for free. You can't do any more than that. You can only do 3 Pokemon in the Wonder Box instead of 10, which obviously that's not that big of a drop. But the GTS, the global trading system, you only get 1 compared to 3. So I mean that's kind of another thing people are upset about is the difference between basic and premium for the global trading system is only 2 spots.
Mhm.
I think that should be I think that should be 10, or they should turn the Wonder Box up to 15 and have that be like 5 or 6 for the
Mhm.
GTS. For trade rooms, you can only participate, so you can only join other people's or hosting, which then they can kick you, and then you're just searching randomly.
Yep.
And you do not have the availability for the judge function, so you will not know if your Pokemon are perfect or not, or close to perfect, unless you bring them to your game.
Yep. All right.
So the people are upset about the price, kind of, but majority of the people that I've seen online, when I was doing research about it, were upset about what premium got over basic, which it was the free.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Wade. You had a question you wanted to ask?
I No, not really. You kind of answered
Okay.
it.
Okay. I thought you had. That was my bad. Billy, do you have anything on this?
No, like it's I don't know. Like the majority of Pokemon base, like through right now, we're all in our 20s.
Yeah.
Like I get it, an extra subscription base, but like look at a streaming service. If you want your Netflix and Hulu, you're paying two right there. You want your Amazon, whatever, you're paying for that. Like the world is going subscription based, so just get over it. Like look at us at like PlayStation, Xbox. We have to pay $60 a year. Like,
Well, yeah, but we get free games though.
yeah, we get 2 free games a month, which is nice. But so, how much is a year subscription of online for Nintendo?
$20.
$20. A year
Yep.
subscription of this, 16. That's still $36
Yeah.
in total. That's still almost less than half of what Xbox and PlayStation have to use for a year subscription. Which I get it's split in two, so it's kind of like a hassle. It's like, okay, I had to make sure this and this come out, not just one transaction.
Yeah.
I just like the pricing. People should just not be absurd about.
Yeah.
It's coming from a corporate level. They have to make money, and like that's a key thing that we're all going to use. So it's going to make sense that they're going to increase a little bit because it's also probably a better engine. Because Pokemon Bank for me was kind of on the DS. It was a little sketch sometimes when I was transferring Pokemon because like I lost like 12 Pokemon because it like canceled out on me for some reason, and I was like, "That's cool. I just lost those nice Pokemon."
Yeah,
So
I didn't even use Pokemon Bank. I didn't even use it.
I literally only used it like a handful of times, and I lost some Pokemon. I was really pissed about it. But I'm only gonna like you said, probably majority of the people are only gonna use it for the 1 month. Transfer all hundreds of their Pokemon to the bank. They're gonna stay there even if you don't pay for it. They're gonna stay on your account. It's just you can't really move them around, which is I guess whatever. But if you get what you want in your game, you're fine to that point until like the new DLC comes out and you want to mess up some kids with your other Pokemon.
Sure.
But with like you said, I would see like more gripe would be like, yeah, you get way too much for premium compared to free. Like you said, they should adjust like the Wonder should be 15 and the free should be 5 or something. 100% agree with that. It's just can't boggle my head around the paid subscription stuff. Like the whole world's that stuff, and Nintendo's kind of been on the cheaper end, which is nice. So that's why I'm just gonna bite the bullet and probably just do the 1 month. Maybe I'll do the year. I don't know. I'll set the swindle with my brother still. That's my take on that Pokemon news.
Okay. No, I mean that's fine. I'm glad you brought up corporate. Because for Pokemon specifically, Pokemon had a board meeting with their investors, and they basically said, "We are going to get you guys money," and they basically are going to microtransaction the hell out of Pokemon by Pokemon Home, by DLC, and
two DLCs, not just one, two.
Yeah, well, I mean DLCs as in more. There's going to be more coming.
Yeah.
And they brought back the national decks now. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
Yep. So they brought that back now. So obviously they took a lot of stuff out because they were going to bring it back in because they were going to microtransaction the hell out of it. So, I mean, people should have saw this coming, which I'm pretty sure they did, or the grown-ups did. But I mean, it was bound to happen. Like I said, price isn't really that big of a deal for me, at least, because I'm probably going to use it maybe for just because I want to try the one box and I want to try the global trading system, just to see how those are. But I mean, I'm not really going to buy the year for it. I'm not.
There's no reason to, personally. Like Nintendo should realize, okay, yeah, we made it 2 times the price and you get way more benefits, but majority of the people, what they use home and what they use bank for wasn't the other features. They used it more or less for, I wanted to keep all my Pokemon from back in the day. Like my Dragonite that I've leveled up from my Dratini that was like level like 15 or something. I found it at, and now it's level 100. I want to bring that with me for the new DLC.
Yep.
Just stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. All right. Before we get into that more, so there's some Temtem news. So, talking about it earlier, so Temtem already, since officially releasing early access, about a week ago? A little bit less than that, maybe?
About a week ago.
Friday? I mean, no.
It's been about a week and a couple days now.
They've already banned 900 cheaters, is what they're calling them. They haven't really said what they're doing, which I mean kind of makes sense because why would you tell somebody how they're cheating so they could try to find it? Unless people are coming out and saying what they're doing, which, more power to them. They can do whatever they want. But so far, 900 people have been permanently banned, and there's zero tolerance. So they're not going to review or look at any appeals. They're standing by their standard right now, which is 100% ban. Your account is gone, and you will not be able to play anymore.
Little harsh, but I digress.
I mean,
it is alpha, so
yeah.
screw it, ban 'em.
But I mean, yeah, come on. They could probably buy the full game when it comes out. I mean, this is kind of it's like that. It's like that kid who there's a kid in your class who's messing with the new kid, and the teacher comes down and tells him to go sit in the corner. Now he's got to sit in the corner the whole rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Other people see it and they're like, you either do one or two things. You're either gonna go kid, or they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm cool. You do you. I'm gonna do me. So hopefully people chill. Hopefully people chill out with that.
Right.
They doesn't look like they're gonna do what like other developers are doing, like the anti-cheat software. But there is talks that they are trying to make something of their own like that.
Gotcha.
So, especially, I get where they're coming from, especially where they made one of their main focal points was competitive.
Yep. I was just about to touch on that, but yeah.
Yeah, especially a game that prides herself on trying to have a competitive community with people cheating that can force people to not want to play your game because other people found exploits and they're basically ruining it. Is something you wanted to add on to that, Billy?
Not like you kind of touched on it. Like, yeah, it's again their main focus for the game was being like we are gonna build a competitive standpoint, which the game is very competitive compared to any other like Digimon, other spin-offs of Pokemon in general.
Yep.
Even just general play is very competitive because it's a 2v2 situation. Like you have your stamina, blah blah. So I understand like they're like no tolerance for cheaters. As long as I feel like it's not affecting the competitive thing. Like sometimes, like what happens if like your game crashes and you're like releasing a Tem, but then it duplicates it somehow. Like, are you gonna ban me that way? Like I had no power over this Tem being duplicated. Like there's been acts like that. I've been reading on the Reddit forums. Like this dude got banned because he was playing the game. He was releasing in time because there's a release place where like you get X items for releasing so many amount of Tems.
Yep.
And he was releasing one, and the game crashed. Like his game just froze up, and all of a sudden he got back on, and he had 2 of that Tem, and he was like, "Cool, I guess." But then all of a sudden, within like an hour, his account was just done. He was like,
"Yeah,
WTF."
Yeah,
I would be pissed. I would be fucking.
So right now, they sent out a tweet where they said the team spent all morning checking banned account and player accounts, and then the team said, after checking hundreds of accounts, every single one of them was legit banned.
All right, at least they're going into it.
So it said they rechecked. So if you can recheck accounts like by yourselves without, maybe they did see a few people, say such and such, can I get unbanned or whatever. Sure, if you're gonna do your recheck, do your recheck. But then they later sent out a tweet saying, "Don't trust cheaters."
Oh yeah, no, don't trust you at all. Also on Temtem news. So
Yeah.
I don't know how far you are in the game, Sim, but
I'm still pretty close at the beginning.
so there's an item you get because you'll eventually come across like this ice crystal stuff.
Okay.
You need skates to like maneuver it because there's certain parts that you need skates. Later in the story, you lose your skates. So I'm gonna tell you how you just lose them.
Okay.
But since the game is only like stuck at a certain point, you can't re-get your skates.
Oh wow.
So one part of the map was completely blocked off, which is the volcano, which like
Yeah.
people are trying to grind for Lumas and perfect IV fire attempts.
Yep.
So after
Grind
that
arena.
hit, people like rioted. They're like, "Bro, I can't go grind this. I have to have someone like who hasn't got progress enough to get in there." But what they did is they added a second area, like right next to the volcano. If you got far enough in the game for the grapple gun, that you can farm these Tems without getting into the volcano, which I think is really a big plus. It's a scummy, but it's just a mechanic that like, hey, we're in alpha, we can't really like we only have so much of the game, but they came out and they're like, here, since you guys are this far, you guys can go to this area and farm your Tems still, which I think is a big plus in my point.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're listening, so at least they're
Yeah, they're like, okay, we fucked up.
Yeah.
We locked you out of this one area because that's an area I've been basically, I would say, for the past almost 40 hours going in a circle trying to find
trapped in
this blue lion, which I haven't seen one yet. I'm really upset. Obviously, 1 in 6,000 chance.
Yeah.
But like people wanted to farm that, and I'm like, that's cool that they did that because like I had to have my brother be like, "Yo, you have the skates, I don't. Let me get into the volcano so I can farm this."
Yeah, help me out.
But because like they sometimes you can't just run from battles and they kill your Tems, and you're like, "Well, I don't want to lose money, blah blah." So
yeah,
you get to leave the volcano, but now it's like, okay, I'm fine. What I like you said, I like how they're listening, like how they're very active in their community, which I believe when I read they had over 40,000 players on their server.
Yeah,
which is
quite a few.
Like concurrent players or total?
Current players.
Current.
Damn.
Yep, current.
That's why like the first couple of days of their launch of this alpha was a little rough because they didn't expect this many people to be like, I want to play Temtem.
Yeah, I don't know why they would expect that. That just baffles me.
It really didn't take a whole lot of advertising.
It came out of the blue. Like if you
it did come out of the blue, yes.
Yeah, if you weren't looking for it,
you're the one that brought it up to me. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, and you're like, this sounds lit. Which, like I said, I have 80 some hours into this game.
Yeah,
still play it every day for at least a couple hours. Love it. I'm waiting for them to add the next part of the story, which I'm gonna guess, hopefully, cross my fingers, is like they're gonna add some sort of story either every other month or every month, something.
That'd be pretty cool.
Or like every 3 months, but then it's like a giant content drop. Like it's like, okay, here's like a 5 gig update that adds 4 more islands, 16 more Tems, blah blah blah. Like I feel like that'd be dope.
How many times are in the game at the current point?
Current time, let me check the Tem decks. I have it. I have the thing.
It's under 200.
Yeah, it's definitely under 200. There's no way. View all Tems. There is currently 161.
Ooh, nice.
161 Tems right now.
Nice.
Which
we will we will definitely get back more into this Temtem.
Yeah, let's get on the road.
So next we got some Xbox news. So I don't know if you guys heard this news out, but Microsoft announced they have a $20,000 bounty for anybody who can find loopholes, bugs, backdoors, any faults in their Xbox Live software.
Really?
Yep. So
yeah,
if you know anybody that can do some crazy shit like that and they can actually find something, That's the easiest 20 grand you're ever gonna get.
Mm.
So, I mean,
Yeah, what they're doing is they're preparing for their like whole cloud service.
yep. Which is, I mean, how great is that? Why that from a company standpoint and from a marketing standpoint, that's fantastic because paying $20,000 for somebody is a lot cheaper than paying, a corporate person,
A
250K,
salary, yeah.
150K to,
Just sit
sit
there and
there and
try to
do.
find it.
Yeah, so
They could have
it's
found it and
really,
just sit there and make money.
yep.
Yeah.
And besides, and how, because one person can find a loophole for them, and then once they find that, they might have somebody else. They might have somebody who's still on payroll or at the company who can find something else off of what that person found. So I mean, from a company, I mean that just it seems like a win-win for everybody. Like if you know what
It's
you're doing,
brilliant. You
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 can get yourself a
employ
payday.
100,000 people and only pay 5 of them salary. It's genius.
Yep,
It's genius.
it's pretty nice, and I mean, if you know what you're doing, why not? So I figured that was pretty nice to let people know, hey, if you got the skill set, get it done. Go do it.
Get done. Go to
Go do it
town.
done.
I know, right? Next, so we got some Fortnite news, not related to the season pass weapons or you know stupid emotes that's on TikTok or whatever. So
Hell yeah.
Fortnite, as of uh, maybe a couple days ago, it looks like, just became a high school and college sport.
No.
Right now specifically, it's in Los Angeles. And
Done.
they have an
No.
organization. Yep, they have an organization called Play VS that's linked up with Epic Games.
Play V-Bucks.
Um, yeah, so there's a media outlet called TechCrunch that reported that um, there's 6 school divisions: Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, Alaska, and Hawaii that are going to be allowed to play for within the time zones. At the college level, there's only one conference that will have one champion from an event. And you know how fast this is start? This is starting up on the 17th of this month. Of
Damn.
this
That's 12 days. Jesus
month.
Christ.
Yes. So it's an 8-week season. Okay, wait, sorry, I take that back. High school starts on the 17th. College
Wait, wait,
starts on the
wait. There's high
26th.
school and college teams. Okay.
Yes, I just
Okay,
said
okay, okay,
that.
okay. I thought you just said
Yes.
college.
No, no, no. High school. So there's 6 conferences for high school. There's the Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, last Hawaii division for this specific Fortnite sport, esports for high school. Um,
I I
so
hate it. I hate it because of just it is Fortnite, and just because it
yeah,
is Fortnite, I hate it. But at the
yeah,
same time,
Great.
I kind of fucking love it.
yeah.
Well, League did this earlier, like a couple years ago with their teams. They had teams that did League of Legends,
hmm
and yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
time.
it's going to be all point based. So obviously victory royale, highest points you get 10. Second and third place gives you 7. Fourth through seventh gives you 5. 8 through 12 gives you 3, and eliminations also get you 1 point. So you could go out in the fourth place but have 10 eliminations, so you can end up with 15 points.
Yep.
So I kind of like that where it balances it out. So another thing they did too is the high schools have to pay $64 per person to compete.
I mean, they're just gonna
College,
charge the high schools. You're just gonna have to pay $64 to join the team.
yes, per player. Yep.
That's not bad.
Um,
A lot of
and
prize money. But then
yeah,
again, it's high
yeah.
school, so there probably won't be any prize money.
Yes. Yeah, no, not for so what I was thinking about this, I think the way esports is going right now, I could see like video game esports at some point in time making more money than college. Apparently college football makes all the colleges nowadays a shit ton of money, especially with their bowl games and stuff. I I could see it happen in the future.
It's gonna take a lot of years before that happens. College football
Oh
is
yeah,
huge.
100%. That's why I said
Anybody anybody over the
100% in the
age of
future.
30 is like college football is life.
Yeah, no, we'll have to wait for out, which is going to be a long time from now. But that's why I said in the future I could see that happen,
Yeah.
just because of the
I mean,
the we have right now.
it's got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's going to start. It's going to start in Los Angeles.
that's cool.
Fuck it up.
That's cool.
Hopefully they don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
All
Hopefully.
right. Lastly, we got the games of the month. So games of the month. We'll start off with Xbox. X continues their stupid
Rain of
fucking game.
trash.
Yeah. So they got Fable Heroes, it's fucking trash. Uh, Isle of Man, which is basically Isle of Man Ride on the Edge, which is basically a motorcycle game. Trash. Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Probably won't play it. And then Star Wars Battlefront, the first one on the original Xbox, which I probably will download because I remember playing this game. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably play that one for sure. That's probably the only highlight out of the rest of those trash ass. Now for the better lineup, Sony. Sony came out swinging. They came out swinging this month, dude. Sony has Sims 4,
Very good.
and they also have um, BioShock, the collection.
Ooh, that's 3 games, right?
Yes, 1, 2, and 3.
And all the
And
DLC.
they're not, and all the DLC, and they're not done there. They're a VR game as well. So if you have a VR, you get the, which is fantastic. Now, I just want you guys to hear me out real quick. So, as of last year, which it's only been a month, the Sims 4 community hit 20 million players.
So that's where all the girl gamers are.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's where they're all playing.
dude, just 20 million. 20 million players are playing Sims 4. Like and that's on all platforms. So PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And keep in mind, Sims 4 was out on PC, I think, a couple years before it got released on console.
Yep.
So Sony is still giving out free games that are fucking popular still. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what Microsoft is doing right now upstairs. I have no idea. The people I feel like the people, upstairs are like, yeah, give them that game, fuck it, give them that game, fuck it, give them that game. I don't care.
What I
You
think
know,
is going
It has
on.
pretty colors.
What I think is going on is that Microsoft has fallen into this like bad loop, right? Where they advertise bad games in their free section,
Yep.
and then from that they get bad play numbers.
Yep.
And because they have bad play numbers, they think people don't want it,
Well,
and then they're like, okay, people don't want these games, so we don't have to put as much focus on them.
Well, I mean, I see that, but from what I personally noticed is they started. In my opinion, Xbox was beating Sony in the free game department a while, and all of a sudden Xbox Game Pass came out, and they're starting to funnel all of those games they would have gave out free. They're starting to put them in there, and they're charging people to play them now, which is fine. That's Microsoft's version of the Netflix gaming. You pay the subscription, you can download it, or you can stream it, which I don't recommend streaming playing some of those games because it's trash. I've already said that before. Just the game, fucking wait.
Yep.
But right now, dude, I find myself on my PlayStation more than my fucking Xbox because I have better games to play on my
Master Race.
fucking Xbox. It's kind of annoying. I mean,
For console.
I do have over 200 games on my Xbox, but I mean, you can only play those games for so long.
This is every game, but yeah.
Like, I mean, I on Xbox, like I'm playing Dead by Daylight all the time. Like I'm at rank 1 now. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. But to keep playing to maintain it. That's all. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
So
Sweaty.
I'm pretty excited to go play the BioShock games. I'm actually pretty pumped. I already have them all downloaded and everything. I use my PlayStation remote app to get those downloaded on there, so I'm pretty pumped. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy. This 20 million people playing it. Somebody's like, yeah, we'll give it to you guys. We'll add some more numbers to that. So I wonder how many more people are going to be playing it on top of that now who started downloading yesterday, because I think 4th is when it became available to download, which is crazy.
Cool.
What Sims was it? 4?
4, yeah, that's the newest one.
Yeah.
It does not come with any DLC, unfortunately. So if you want DLC, you will have to pay for that on your own, which this having a shit ton of DLC.
Dude, their DLC is so expensive too. Like, I don't know if y'all like stroll through Target.
It's like $20-$30.
Yeah, for one expansion.
Yeah, I mean, you do get quite a few things, but it's not worth half the price of the game.
No. And that's just one expansion, but they have like 7 expansions for the game.
Yeah.
So you're paying hundreds of dollars to make your game do everything. Pets, vacation. Like, it's like.
And they got a bunch of dumb shit, and people are like, I want it.
Yeah, you have all those e-girls, man. I want to be in a bikini, but also be in Antarctica for some reason. Like, fuck.
Dude, I've seen some people online do some shady shit. Like they'll put a sim in a water and close them off and just watch them drown. It's like,
it's like, or they try to bang death. It's impossible, but they keep trying anyways. It's like, bro, you guys are savage as fuck, and I love it.
That's so hilarious. But all right, we're gonna end it off on this. So, have you thought about the games that you guys are gonna give? We're gonna give each other. You guys got an idea?
No.
Yeah, I think I got a good idea.
I got Woody though, so this will be easy Xbox game of my life.
yeah, just it's a non-shooter.
I'm gonna go right now. Dumb ass Xbox games.
Oh no!
They'll direct me to the Game Pass. Shit.
That hurts, bro.
Son of a bitch. God damn it, they're all free.
Oh, that hurts.
That Fable Legends game.
Ooh.
Fable Heroes.
Hey, wait, I got you Fable Heroes. Bitch, it's free. I'm sorry? Question mark?
Xbox said it's worth $30.
My ass.
Yeah, they sent me the email said it was like missing 20 games. Fuck out my face. What the fuck do you mean? I should uninstall every single Xbox game I own because you shit like that. It's so annoying. But all right, guys, we'll leave it off at that.
Okay.
Peace, brothers.
Talk to you later, guys. Have a good night.
Take it easy, gentlemen and gentle ladies and people overall.